Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube. We're going to do a little live stream on my Let's Play series called Where the Roads End, Dreams Begin here on New Hope. We have a harvest ready season, so we're going to do some live harvesting, and then we are going to set this up now. I think we're gonna just go ahead and set up our raid. Let's see. We need to go there. So how is everybody doing today? Hope everybody is well. Let's edit that. Let's pick that. Let's just edit the rest of this here really quick while we wait for some people to maybe arrive in the live stream. We'll select that and do this. Pick that. We want to select that. Okay, got that all done. We do want to, let's see, okay, let's cancel that. Where did it go? Customize. Okay. There we go. That's what I want. Let's add that. We'll select that and we'll save that. Go back. Okay, let's see now. That'll work for right now. John Brock, I'm here. I'm doing well. All right. Well, great, John. Thanks for stopping by the live stream here. Okay, let's do some harvesting on New Hope here, and we will then do a raid and all that good stuff. I got a Christmas party later today. Yeah, a late Christmas party. Funny Bone. Holy cow, Funny Bone. Wow. Great to see ya, my friend. It's been a minute or two. Welcome, Funny Bone. Okay, let's get our harvester. We'll walk on our trail over to our shed. Been busy. Oh, I get it, my friend. No worries. No worries at all. I totally understand. All right, let's get our header over here. I started a new map. Sweet. What map are you start there, Funny Bone? I'm looking at starting a new map here soon. I mean, I kind of already did start a new one. It's only 3 episodes in right now. I started Drummerd Farm, but I'm going to be starting another one as well, probably. Great Grandfather's Farm. Oh, that's cool, Funny Bone. That's cool. Alright, I hope this harvester harvest this field okay. Hope we don't need to go sell it and buy an in-game one. We'll find out though. Our poppy field is ready. Nice map. Oh, cool. Great Grandfather's Farm is a nice map. I haven't seen it actually. Wasn't sure if it needed updates or anything since it's just very new. I usually try not to play on maps that come right to the mod hub until you kind of know whether or not it needs anything. Cool, Funny Bone, that's cool. Alright, let's harvest our poppy field here, hopefully. Hopefully we can. I'll be watching football today. Yeah, I get it, my friend. I'll be watching a little too, but I first unfold. Okay. I got a Christmas party for work too later today, so we'll be watching football from the Christmas party probably. Alright, we're harvesting our very first poppy field, everybody. Very first poppy field in FS25. We're here on New Hope, Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos. Nice. I'll be watching the 49ers beat the Seahawks, I hope. 49ers are my team, been my team ever since I was in second grade, and I'm almost 50. I hope we match up in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'd be alright with the Bills. I suppose what, you're a Broncos fan? Or you a Bills fan? I can't remember from the past what. You're a Bills fan. Cool. My neighbor just a half a block from my house, he's a Bills fan. He's the service manager at the same dealership I work at. So how is everybody on this wonderful Saturday morning? I actually got computer work I should be doing, but I'm procrastinating. I got a fair board meeting Monday night, and I'm just not too enthused about it, to be honest. Good to hear you're doing good. I just finished watching Crustu and Zorch Farming's 9th episode for our competitive multiplayer challenge on farmlands. Been going to church. Hey, that's a good thing, Funny Bone. Nothing wrong with that. Interesting fact about the family of RustyMoney. Well, let's see. I got to get the calculator out, everybody. Let me get the calculator out, because I'm not good at math in my head when I got to think about it, like, instantaneously. So let's take, just like so. Our almost 29-year-old son, my stepson that I've been with since he was 1 year old, everybody. He is what they call kind of like a lay pastor. So he does some preaching. He does, and he's done it for a few years. He's very involved in church, especially in the small community he lives in, out in kind of west central Nebraska, like three and a half hours west of where we live here. He's one of the very few people that know how to play the organ in our church as well. He's very, very involved with church. Very involved. Has preached not only at our church, but a couple of different churches in the area he lives, and also back where he went to college in Chadron, Nebraska. And only like 28 years old. He's got a good head between his shoulders, that's for sure. Hey, Mouse22, what's up, my friend? How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Harvesting some old poppy. Some good old poppy on New Hope. A good old poppy field. Very first poppy harvest for Rusty Money. Never harvested poppy before. Well, it's working well. Waylon, welcome, my friend. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, Mouse. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? You should see all this building I've done here, Mouse. Look at this. I took out all the trees around the pond here on New Hope. And then just recently, I built a little cabin area here around the pond. Put in some cabins around the pond on New Hope. And then I recently also moved my farm up on the hill here. So here's my farm up on the hill. That's a constructible house, log cabin house by Giants that we built in this series. I love where the sheep are at on this farm. Put in that sheep with custom pasture fencing. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Heavily decorated this back here when I took out trees. Put in a decorative sawmill area here. Thanks, Mouse. Appreciate that. Then we got another sheep pen back here too. Another old sheep pen right there. Well, we gotta harvest this poppy, and then I got a lavender field that needs harvested too. Never harvested lavender in FS25 either. Our friend Gold Gaming, everybody, I'm sure you all saw, was live. He's doing his 1,000 subscriber giveaway celebration live stream. So make sure you check out our friend Gold Gaming on YouTube. I've been playing on Assassin's Creed. Oh, nice. Never really got into that game. Good to hear you're doing okay there, Waylon. There's 2 new games coming out to all platforms very soon that, I don't know, I'm really considering possibly. But I've said that before, and then I don't ever buy anything. I just play FS. But I probably will buy the new Wreckfest. I will say that. I want the new Wreckfest game. But there's another a game that they are anticipating people are going to enjoy just as much as they enjoy Red Dead Redemption or even Grand Theft Auto. There is a new game coming to all platforms that has one of the very biggest open world map layouts, supposedly. And I believe, if I remember right, it's called like Crimson Desert. I don't know, it looks kind of interesting. It's about dragons and stuff. Jeff, welcome, my friend. Alright, we need to get a tractor and trailer. Good to see you today. All checks done. Nothing to do till 3 new check-ins. Ooh, nice, Jeff. Nice. I got Christmas party later today for work. We got our late Christmas party. It's right here in town. Actually, this year it's right here in town. It's at our nicest hotel. Well, I should say the only hotel really in our community here. It's only a few years old. We're having a meal and a casino night. I'm looking forward to Transport Fever 3 coming out later this year. Transport Fever 3, I'll have to check that out. Is that going to be like all platforms or just PC there, Mouse? I don't know if I've heard of it. I probably have heard of it, I just can't recognize it right now. I think it is all platforms. Cool. We'll have to check that out. Let's get a little screenshot here, maybe. The old poppy. Now, I've never harvested lavender either, so I don't know what ways I could harvest lavender. I think just with my harvester here, but I think you can mow lavender, can't you? Not even sure. Maybe. Doesn't say, so I think I'm just gonna harvest it with the harvester. I'm not gonna mow it. Doesn't sell very high though. You saw there, it's only $200 and some a liter. Doesn't sell very good. Lavender. I don't know what the poppy sells for yet. I haven't looked that far down the list yet. Got a very big field of this though, so we'll just probably just sell this and the lavender. We'll be able to put new crop in this field and decide how much further I'm gonna take this series. I have well, I'll just be honest, everybody. I was really in a bad spot mentally the other night. Nothing too serious, just was not in the mood, and ran into a problem with how I was playing on Angela Whispering Hollow, and then because I still had Lady Hill to finish, which I'm not even gonna be, wasn't even gonna be able to finish the challenge in a really successful way, I guess. I just deleted Lady Hill. Yeah, Lady Hill is done. Abruptly done. I deleted it. I got upset and deleted it. So now I got even more room in my mod hub. There was only one episode left, really, but I really didn't succeed at the challenge, just like anybody else didn't succeed because the numbers were too high. So it's done. No rice harvesting on Lady Hill. It's gone. But I'm gonna implement another new map here soon. I've made a decision on what map I believe. I just need to figure out how I want to start it though. I just checked. Transport Fever 2 is on all platforms, so I'm sure we'll be okay. It's okay if you like city building games. I guess I've never done any like city building games, so yeah, I don't know anything about it, I guess. Be able to fit it all in there. I think we'll be able to fit it all in there actually, and then we'll just go harvest our lavender and put that in the trailer then. Sweet. We'll go right on up to our lavender field then here and get that done. We're gonna move some wool from the sheep to Granny's knitwear too, I believe. When you don't feel it, it's time to leave. FS25 is to be played with fun. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks. Yeah. What really discouraged me a lot, Jeff, was the little situation I ran into on Angela Whispering Hollow. And it wasn't the map. It's not the map. There's no issue with the map. It's, I think I had a mod conflict of some sort, and I thought I had it sorted out, and turns out every which way I tried to sort it out also got the same result from like 3 other mods. So I had it almost narrowed down to 4 potential mods that were conflicting with each other in one way or another. But then I also was hoping to get it narrowed down even further, and I just wasn't able to get it narrowed down any further than 4. That is going to be interesting. Yeah, this is the lavender field here. Harvesting lavender on New Hope, everybody. This is a really cool purple color in this game. I don't know how many of you have harvested lavender, but this is the first lavender field that I think I've actually successfully, you know, got to harvest season. It's really pretty color. And like the textures of it, even here, I don't know, look really nice. I've never seen lavender, I guess, in real life in a field, but because here in Nebraska it's all corn and soybeans, very little rye or wheat or oats, very little. Mostly all corn and soybeans. And very few farmers, well, I shouldn't say very few. There's some, but you just don't see them because they're hidden back in the hills, because Nebraska farm ground is hilly. But there is some that do, you know, do your grassland harvesting too, for feed for cattle. But most of the feed for cattle around here, though, everybody, is actually corn silage. Anybody that does grass work and bales around here, they usually end up selling them. Quite a few do. There's a family that farms just south of town here, a couple of miles, and they have a lot of grassland, and all of the baling that they do on their grassland, it all gets sold. And they do a lot. And then there's another family up by Petersburg, up north of me, that they do a tremendous amount of grassland work. Still working on Into the Woods. I've been trying to find one problem for about the last 10 hours. See, now, interesting, because, you know, some people just, it's not that they don't pay attention. Some people just don't recognize the name or even realize unless you type the name in. But like on the Mod Hub, everybody, the creator of this map is also the creator of several other maps for all platforms or even PC. And that is one of them as well, Jeff. The creator of that map there is the same one that made this map, I believe. David Merriman, something like that. Not sure how to pronounce his last name, but so he's got a couple other maps on the All Platforms Mod Hub that I kind of have had a little bit of interest in, and I can't remember. It's either that one, Jeff, or the Rolling Meadows one, I think. Yeah, David Merriman, yeah. And this map here has had one other update, and I don't, again, everybody, haven't updated to the last update for this map, and I think that update involved, I think it involved some different trees, and I can't remember. There was a couple other things, but I didn't go to the update because if I do, the first update that came out for this map, I'm sure it's going to do the same thing. All these trees that are gone here, they'll reappear, and I don't want that. So I just have tried to avoid and tried to not accidentally update this map. So I'm not playing on the latest version, but still enjoying what I have done here, though. I just think it's getting about time with this map to move on, because I don't know how much more I want to continue. Or I might keep the game save, but the only problem with that is if I get rid of the map, then when I go to reinstall the map, it's gonna, you know, put it to the latest update. So I'm probably just gonna get rid of it. We'll see, though. I haven't really made the decision yet. I did want to at least get these 2 fields harvested, because I haven't harvested poppy or lavender before. Oh wow, the lavender even comes out purple too. Well, how about that? That's interesting. That's not too bad of a yield so far either. That could be why it's paying you so less in prices. Maybe because you get a good yield off of the crop. Oh, I haven't even done too much of this field yet. I've already filled the harvester once. Might have to go sell that poppy and bring the truck back so then we can have that extra room in case we need it. On my Hoff-Bergman map, I have to milk the cows by hand, which is a bit different. Yeah, I was kind of lurking in Farmer Klein. I believe it was Farmer Klein's live stream the other day. They're on that same map. I don't know. I mean, I can see that the map is quite unique. I just don't know about it, though. I don't know how much of it I would enjoy because it seems like there's a lot of little tasks to complete one task. So I don't know. I could see it being a map that would take up a lot of time just to do something. I'm going to try recording on next video on my iPad in 4K 60 FPS. That's cool. It is very hands-on. Yeah, that's what I thought, Mouse. Yeah, very hands-on. Now let's do a little headland here on this side by my sheep and stuff. Do a pass on this here, maybe a pass back. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have a new map picked out, and I just need to sort out how I want to start it. There's been a few people that have been wanting me to start with basically absolutely nothing. Zero. Zero, zero, zero. So I'm kind of thinking about it, but I also would be nice to start with at least some kind of vehicle. Maybe a chainsaw and a business owner. It's kind of what I'm thinking about. Maybe like a bankrupt business owner. I don't know what business though yet. Why do cows have hooves? Because they lactose. I think I've heard that one before, but kind of forgot it. I heard a really good one the other day, and I'm horrible at remembering jokes, so, you know, I probably won't be able to remember it, but it was also kind of one of those little old kind of one-liner type jokes. And I never had heard it before. Alright, I'm gonna have to get that little bit there. Yeah, that's a very nice yield off this lavender. Quite surprised here. Yeah, so full again. Let's just drive on up around to the truck. can't remember what the capacity I have set on that trailer. I think it's 25,000. I didn't go with unrealistic, I don't think. Starting with 0 is fun in a personal game, but slow watching in stream. Yeah, that's also kind of what I thought about, Jeff, too, because the new map is gonna be a more of probably a live stream series. I might record the first episode, I don't know. Maybe do a recording start and then live stream it from there. We'll see. Alright, Waylon, we'll see you, my friend. So I was thinking about maybe like having a pickup, or a pickup and like maybe owning a business, but no other land, just owning like a production point. I just don't know which production point I want to own yet. And it wouldn't be so much as owning the production. I mean, I'd own the production point, but we're gonna have a debt. Gonna have to get myself out of debt. So I was thinking a pickup truck, but then also I thought about a pickup truck with a small tractor, maybe. So like a transport truck with tractor. I don't know. I really can't decide. I also had thought about some kind of unique piece of equipment, like I tried to use it in a series on FS25 on a map, but then it needed updates, and it never did, if I remember right, never did really get properly fixed or updated. But that's that unique little kind of tractor thing called the ITS, if I remember right, in the mod hub. Comes with a bunch of different attachments. I just thought, man, that could be kind of different, something different. Own that piece of equipment. I just don't know how well it works. It came out not long ago. I just don't know if anything needs fixed. You know, you get like a fertilizer attachment, and I can't remember what else. So I kind of thought about maybe putting up a poll and then leaving it up to everybody to vote in the poll, and making it to where you can't choose the selection of absolutely 0, because I also agree with that I should start with at least something. I mean, it's fun to start from 0, but also don't want it to just drag on. And I kind of was wanting to actually live stream it in hard economy as well, possibly. So that's why I thought starting with a little of something would be a little bit more enthusing to watch. So I'm thinking I might put a poll up, a generic poll of like, you know, what I would like to maybe start with, like a small tractor and trailer or something, or like a small truck and trailer or something, but then leave it in the opportunity for anybody to leave a comment with a particular mod that maybe they want to see me try or install, because I got lots of room now. I'm only at like 74%, I think, or something like that. Start with, and yeah, that's kind of something what I was thinking about, Jeff, actually. Something along that line, actually. Kevin, welcome, my friend. How are you today? I am planning multiplayer on Kinlig, everybody, tomorrow. Should work out as far as I can think of. So it'll be back to what it originally started at, like about 2:30 Central Standard Time in the afternoon on Kinleg. Alright, let's unload. Yeah, this is going to be a really nice harvest off this field. This is a decent sized field too. It's not really large, but not tiny. I mean, right now I already got 9,000 liters of lavender. We ended up with, what's it say, 5,899 liters of poppy. That's in the Unimog. It looked like Gold Gaming was having quite the giveaway live stream already. It was up to like 54 likes or something, so that's really nice. Good to see the community supporting the giveaway. I think he still had like 4 or 5 giveaways yet to give out. Oh, now I don't want to hire a worker yet. Dumb thing. Don't you know by now, Rusty don't like hiring workers. I really want to get on our multiplayer on farmlands with Zorch and Krusty. What are we harvesting? We are harvesting lavender. Lavender on New Hope. It's a special crop on New Hope. Lavender. It's really pretty when it becomes harvest ready. Really nice and purple in the game. We just harvested my poppy field as well. That's another special crop on this map. Poppy. It's not very neat to look at when it's harvest ready, but when it's just before it goes harvest ready, it's really bright red. The poppy field is. And this lavender field here, Kevin, it's really producing a good yield. Oh, sorry about that. Had a sneeze all of a sudden. Yeah, that's good, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing because I just don't see that this field isn't very big. I've got a really nice harvest off of it already. Like, I don't know. I think I would need like precision farming, wouldn't I, to actually see how big my field is I created? Oh no, it'll tell me, I think. It just kind of lit up there. And then it went away. Oh no, it's not telling me how big it is. Okay. Darn. I wonder if it does if I look at it this way. Nope, it's not telling me the size of the field. It would be kind of interesting. See, I still have it here in FS25, everybody. I still haven't installed precision farming. They're just, I've heard too many, in my opinion, I've heard too much. I haven't heard enough good to outweigh the bad with precision farming, I guess. In FS22, I really liked using it, but here in 25, I don't know. Unless somebody influences me differently. I've heard it causing more problems than doing anything good. I guess before precision farming, the thing I'd really like to try, because I never even did it in 19, and I think that's when it originated, is I really would like to mess with the straw harvest pack, but I don't know, what kind of map would be good for that. I had 2 tornadoes on Hagenstat. Is that normal? You could, I think so, like at the same time, you mean, Lee? "12 awesome people watching the live stream. Welcome, everybody. Thank you to you 12 amazing people checking out my Let's Play here called Where the Roads End, Dreams Begin on New Hope. And I basically came up with that name, everybody. I came up with the name of this series because of this right here. Because this texture road that David Merriman built for this map, it just all of a sudden ends right here. And so then this is my painted texture right here. I painted this path in. So that's how I came up with the name. Thought where the roads end, dreams can only begin with what you do on the map elsewhere. I use PF all the time except for grape and olive orchards. No problems. Well, that is good to know, Jeff. That is good to know. I mean, I haven't, like, totally just, I guess, given up on it. I just kind of want more positives, more things to be worked out. Kinks worked out, I guess. Which I think a lot of the kinks with it have been kind of worked out, I think. The straw harvest pack, though, it really has me interested. I'd really like to just try it once. I just need to know a good map suggestion to try it on, because I think I've heard some maps that just don't quite work good with. Yeah, this is going to be a really nice harvest. I wonder if the straw harvest DLC would work on Kinleg. Yeah, I don't know. It potentially might, Kevin. It's just a matter of problem with that is like not multiplayer mode, but I don't want one particular DLC, I guess, if you will, to ruin the opportunity of multiplayer for any one person, you know, just because it's something they don't want. But I think there also is like I can't think of the names of the maps, but I think there's at least a couple if you go and look. But I think potentially there actually is a couple in the All Platforms mod hub that does actually say in the description that it's suggested that straw harvest is not what do you want to say, not workable, or suggested maybe not to use. See, I couldn't remember, Jeff, if it was free or not. I can't remember. Oh, hey, look here, everybody. I don't know how many of you saw my new toy in Discord. But let's see. I think I should be able to show it here. I think. Actually, I might not be able to. Let's see. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. I bet there ain't too many people that can say they got this. Unless you got it modded. But because I work at a case dealership, everybody, I have bought the 1/64th scale edition that just came out. Like last month, maybe a month ago. And it comes with the code. It comes with the code. So then when you buy the little toy, you get a code that you can put into FS25, and then you get to use the Steiger 715 Quad Track Black Edition. And you can get the USA configuration, and it will upgrade to 853 horsepower. And you can get the broader wheel tracks. You can get a big heavy front weight system, and then you can go to additional weight on the back instead of standard. So yeah, anyway, or instead of 3-point, I should say. I mess with it a little bit. I will say that I potentially have one that I'm either gonna give away or potentially might just give away the code. It depends on how everything works out. Now I have had the opportunity. I had a customer give me their code from the toy that they bought, because they're like, I ain't gonna use this, but I know you will. So that is how I gave Bruce's Gaming a code already, but if I get any more people to give me their code, I will be giving those out to people. And when I do my giveaway, because I'm still planning on doing a giveaway even though we didn't hit it before the end of the year, thinking about doing a little giveaway live stream when we hit 2,500 subscribers. And right now we're at, what are we at today? We are at 2,463 right now. Oh, somebody sent me a text message. Better see who that is. Come on, phone. Oh, just my daughter liked my comment from earlier text message. She had to send me a text message earlier. Our daughter's a preschool teacher, about a little over an hour and a half away from home here in a little community. And she went to the grocery store this morning. And from the holiday season, the grocery store still had some of our favorite ice cream on sale. So she bought some, and she had to send me a text saying she bought some, but that kind of ice cream is peppermint stick ice cream, if you've ever had it before. Peppermint stick ice cream. So then I was talking to her via text message and told her don't forget that there's a big football game today, because she also follows the 49ers like her dad does. So then I also told her that the Huskers boys basketball team plays today too, and right now they are on a big winning streak. They're doing really good in the NCAA basketball right now. I didn't see the game, but I guess the game that they had this last week, like seven or nine of their basketball players, 3 of them shot 7 for like 11 on 3 points or something like that. So the score was like, yeah, so like the Huskers beat the other team by like 40 or 50 points or something like that. I enjoyed the live stream. Well, thanks, John. Appreciate that. So yeah, the last time the Huskers played basketball, it sounds like the players were on fire with 3-pointers and weren't missing very many. Wow, is the trailer going to hold it all? That's going to be very close, it looks like. But we finished the lavender harvest. Oh, come on. Get it all in there. Sweet. I think it's really close to 25,000 liters, I have a feeling. Let's just go put this in the shed quick. We don't need it right now. We got harvest done. It's winter in the UK. It's winter here. The odd thing though, Lee, for here is okay, in the United States, I live pretty much in like the center of the United States in a state called Nebraska. But what's been really odd here is we really haven't had any accumulation of snow yet, which is very odd for Nebraska. We've barely really had any cold temperatures this winter, except for yesterday and today. Today is pretty cold, and our wind chill, we got some pretty strong winds today. But the old Farmer's Almanac book, or whatever you want to call it, is projecting like March could be really bad. Sometimes we still have a finish up of winter clear into March. Some parts of the UK has had snow. Yeah, so we don't even got any snow outside. We had a skiff, a really light coating of snow in places between yesterday and this morning, but now I think it's all gone already because it's blown all over the place and disappeared. But the temperature outside, now we're on the Fahrenheit scale, but it's only 4 degrees right now outside, but the real field temperature, because of the wind chill, we're at a negative 24 below zero. So it's really cold here. See, we got some wool here we need to move. Actually, I've got liftable bales and pallets. Let's just carry one of these. I'm super strong today. We'll just walk it over to Granny's knitwear while we get over to our Unimog. We'll just carry this. Just chilly, huh? Yeah, just chilly. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel. There also is some, I feel anyway, everybody, some pretty neat little changes coming to the channel really soon. So you'll see those as well. Alright, we got, wow, look at that, 24,283 liters of lavender. We barely had enough room in the trailer. Alright, so where should I sell the poppy and the lavender? Okay, the lavender is selling the best at, looks like, the farmer's market, maybe. Oh no, same, we'll go to the sell everything point. How about the poppy? Wow, the poppy sells for a pretty nice penny. Almost $3,000 a liter. We'll just go with both of it at the sell everything. Sell everything point we got here on this map I built by my cement plant. you watch Formula One in the States? I mean, I can watch it, Lee. I'm just, to be honest, not much of a fan of Formula One, but my oldest, well, I should say one of my oldest boys, loves Formula One. I'm more of a race car fan on dirt. On dirt, go in a circle. Go in a circle on dirt. Lavender, let's sell the lavender here. Well, it's gonna tip it out at the right. That's alright. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Texture. Oh, wow. We only got $5,000 for that. Ooh, ugh. That many liters. The poppy. Let's sell the poppy. $17,000 for poppy, and we barely had 5,000 liters. Outlaws is the bomb. Alright, Jeff. Yeah, I'm not like a diehard fan, but I do really enjoy it when I'm in the mood. But like, if I didn't have this Christmas party today, I'd probably stay home and maybe even pay for a subscription to Flow Racing, so I could watch the championship for the Chili Bowl tonight on TV. Those not familiar with the Chili Bowl, you can Google it on the internet, and it'll probably be the first thing you see when you type Chili Bowl. But it is a like an event center building where they build a dirt track for sprint cars, but it's midgets without it's the wingless sprints. A very, very small racetrack inside a building, but it's an event that is very, very well known. And the championship is tonight for this year's Chili Bowl. Christopher Bell won the other night. I can't remember which night. He won earlier this week to get into the qualifier for the big night tonight. I'm a fan of KKR Racing now, Casey Kane Racing. Open wheel is cool. Living on the edge. Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's get the truck here for a second, I think. Take my truck. We'll scope these fields really quick. Cadillac are entertaining F1 for the first this time year. Cadillac. Weeds growing needs lime. Okay, weeds are growing and needs lime. Just put some lime down and then we can plow it to get rid of the weeds. So what are the Cadillac? Is that like the style of the F1 race car, or what's the Cadillac? Or is that like the name of the event? Unreal Ruby F1 with OnStar. What? F1 with OnStar? What are you talking about, Ruby? We're talking about race cars. I mean, I probably do need OnStar because sometimes I'm really lost here in this game. Oh, yeah, just like now. Forgot what I was going to do, which was look at my lavender field here. Weeds growing. Okay, we need to plow this lavender back in then. Man, I just love the look of this. Cadillac features, comfort features in F1. Nope. There. Oh, yeah, okay. Car company. Yeah, okay. I got you, Lee. I know what that is now. I got you. Oh, we could go get that. Let's get the wool from the other sheep pasture quick. We can put it in the back of this truck. It'll be fine. We can take it to Granny's knitwear. Actually got a decent amount of wool right here. We'll just throw it in the back of the truck here. We ain't going very far. We'll even just take this partial pallet here, get it all cleaned up. We'll go get the other pallet. I think there's another pallet over at this sheep pen, and then we'll go back to Granny's knitwear there with all this. We'll take this little pallet here too. Top of the day, y'all. Hey, it's Grizzly. Our tender, loving, and caring old grizzly bear. Welcome. Have you tried out the mod that I have not, Kevin? I have not, my friend. Cadillac. Okay. Why'd that disappear? Something about Cadillac engines and it disappeared. Hey, Dust Bunny! Mrs. Money is doing better. She's at work right now, actually. She's been at work now for a couple hours. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to take it out of the truck. That's not a problem. We'll take it out of the truck. Let's just hop in the truck. And we'll throw it out. Whoa. Come on. Get me in the truck. Oh, that disappeared. Just what I wanted it to do. Oh my goodness. Ghost Tech, welcome. Oh, come on now. Come on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Dust Bunny telling everybody hello. Cadillac are racing in F1 this year. Oh, Cadillacs are racing in F1 this year. Oh, nice. Nice. So what usually is racing like, Lee? Toyota and Ford and Chevy or something? Engine-wise or what? Because I have no idea. Alright, let's do some liming. Click. I wish buildings had exterior conditions that you could set to either clean, new paint, or peeling or dirty peeling paint, or dirty new paint, maybe even an auto cycling through the yeah, that's kind of yep, that's kind of like I can totally see what you mean there, Ruby. Like in, you know, some of these buildings, like let's just take this shed for instance here. Sometimes you'll see modders that will build like an old shed like this, but they'll give it an old rustic look, but then maybe later they'll update the mod to have a modern appearance too. And so, like, I really love the old rustic look though, like that shed gives you there. Just really like that appearance. Well, at least for this farm layout anyway. I lost Rusty everything. You lost Rusty. Why'd you lose me? You didn't lose me. Like the vehicle. Yeah, I mean, I agree with the vehicle thing too. Like, I wish I could make this truck look rusty looking. Like, there's a tractor in the mod hub. An old John Deere tractor. Well, you got the old appearance or the newer appearance. Now, what do I want to fertilize with? You know what? Let's try the Unimog on it. I mean, not fertilize, but lime. Just happens to be that's what's in the spreader is lime. Do we got any lime in our silo? That is the plan, Dust Bunny. That is the plan. Just another day in paradise, Ghosty. You can with the Rusty shader. I make all my equipment rusty and dirty immediately. Oh, nice, Ruby. Nice. Okay, none in the silo. We'll get some. Oh, I should have known it was going to do that. That's okay. Probably going to need that much. Just working for the man. Oh, just working for your dad. I got some work I should do today too. Some county fair board paperwork. I really need to do on the computer. I just procrastinating. Oh, the tax man. Yeah, I get that, Ghost. I get that. I should get some of our stuff ready too. I know it didn't call for it, but we're going to go ahead and put lime on this field too, and we won't have to worry about it later. Oh, I think that's the other thing that's a part of the update that I haven't updated on this map, along with the new trees, was something with the lime aspect of the game. I think that in the menu here, I think the lime isn't appearing on the fields, even though it's doing it. I'm a slave for the IRS. Oh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Till you get all turned around there. Oh, thanks, Dust Bunny. Thank you. We'll be live here for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna do a really good Rusty Money raid to a great friend of the channel. And potentially I might live stream tonight, maybe, depending on what time I get out of the Christmas party. A late season Christmas party for my work today. We're going to the old hotel here in town. It's a pretty nice hotel. Really nice hotel, actually, for our town. And having a meal, and then we're having, I don't know, I'm assuming it's some entertainment business coming into the hotel and putting on a casino night for us. I really don't know how it's gonna work out. I just know that's what we're doing, and then watching ball games. I don't even know who's catering our food tonight either. I'm sure it will be good, whoever it is. New episode this morning came out, everybody, for Zorch Farming and Krusty Farms and Rusty Money Gaming on our competitive multiplayer one-tile challenge on farmlands. We'll be recording the next episode on Tuesday night. I got another new episode with a lot of activity coming out Monday morning for Farmer Donkey's challenge on Drummond Farm and the Broke to Barren challenge. That new episode comes out Monday morning. A lot of Good stuff in that episode. Yeah, I work and they take my money. They take my money too. The farm had a drummer come by and drum at it to become a drummered. I think I'm gonna put a poll up on the old YouTube channel today or tomorrow for you all to vote and or comment as well for potentially how I want to start my new series coming up soon on a particular map. We'll start with a pickup, a truck, a small tractor, you know. I want to start with something, I just don't know yet. Sorry, little sleep makes me corny. It's alright. I didn't sleep too bad last night. Actually, I went to bed early. I was in bed by 10:30 if I remember right last night. But then I was wide awake at 5:30 this morning, and I didn't have to get up for any reason. Start with the vintage 585 23 horsepower tractor. I don't know what the 585 is. Is that a PC only thing? Alright, we got that field done. Are you gonna do a possibly, Kevin? Possibly. Cost. Oh. Start with $585, you mean? Man. Yeah, I will probably announce in the post what the map will be. Artemis, welcome, my friend. How are you? Wow, we just barely missed the building there. Tractor cost. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what tractor costs that much. Are you talking about this one? Unreal Ruby? Holy cow. Why did it just dawn on me right now? Are you saying you want me to start with this one here? I mean, I really think that 585 and 785 are pretty close. How's Artemis doing today? I like the Claws Track 960 with the oval tracks. Is that a modded one, Ghosty? Rabid Sasquatch, welcome, my friend. How are you? Good to hear you're doing good, Artemis. Mod Hub, okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna put up a poll, everybody. And it's going to be announcing the new map, but then also for you to vote on what kind of vehicle potentially I should start with. And then what I really would like to see is if anybody would leave some comments on top of that with what their suggested starting piece of equipment is according to the poll. So for instance, if you were to vote for a pickup, you know, please put in the suggested comments that you want to see me use, like Roughneck Modding's pickup, for instance. I'm doing pretty good, Rabbit. Doing pretty good. Blue Street Gaming, welcome, my friend. Welcome, everybody. And then if one person comments a certain particular vehicle that would be the same one you would have commented, you could just hit the like button in the comments, and then whichever one might have the same amount of votes potentially be the one I choose. Just a pitchfork, a Sith, no cart, no truck. I actually have thought about it, Ruby. Don't put it past RustyMoney. Toiling along on Piscinaire Valley, one of the best maps on 25. Interesting comment there. Rabbit. Hand tools only start. Oh, nice, Ghosty. You'd sure do that to me, wouldn't you? No wonder I was going so slow. I still had the spreader engaged. I've been using Vultra tractors. Good horsepower, lower prices. Hey, nothing wrong with Vultra tractors. There's a couple I really like the Vultra Volmont. The one I started this Let's Play series with, I really enjoyed. It was only 200 horsepower, but the thing flew. I love starting with hand tools. I've never started with hand tools before. I've started with small equipment. Like, I'll tell you this. The start to the whole RustyMoney Gaming YouTube channel was back on FS19, everybody, with a little 23 horsepower Massey Ferguson pack called the Ferguson pack. That is where the very first challenge was created. It was my survival farm on Mercury Farms on a different plot of land. And I started with the little old 23 horsepower tractor that was in the Mod Hub by, I think, North Modding Company. And I wish that it would come back to FS. I don't have that kind of patience. What, with hand tools, Rabbit, or 23 horsepower tractor? The little tractor I chose to start with on Drummond Farm I'm really enjoying. Alien Gym map, that is correct, Jeff Weber. That is what the channel started on. Called Mercury Farms, my favorite map of all time. Actually, you know, we have a ton of new subscribers, everybody. A ton of new subscribers. I should go back and visit one of those old game saves in FS19 sometime. I could show you my big farm on Mercury Farms. Jay Meister, welcome. Smallest tractor I've found is an 18 horsepower vintage, of course. Awesome. Played it a lot. Right, Jeff? Alright, let's get a tractor. Which one do I want to use? We'll use the old Farmall. Let's use the Farmall. We don't necessarily need the front loader though. Let's take it off. Oh, forgot that the weight was back there yet. Yeah, let's just dump the weight here. I don't need that. Get this out of our way. I like old vintage equipment too. My favorite vintage equipment in the mod hub was back on FS19. That was the Ferguson pack. I loved that pack. Alright, plow. Oh, it's under the wooden shed down here. The John Deere 4440, it's good too. I'm not sure, Kevin. I should look here. I can show you some of my favorites. I'm not sure which ones I have activated here. The water glitch on Mercury Farm could ruin the game. I never had problems on Mercury Farms at all. And I did all kinds of things on that map, Kevin. Oh, I should show you all that live stream sometime again. I should live stream that map, shouldn't we, Dust Bunny? It's been a while. Dust Bunny's seen it, but I'm sure it's been a while since she's seen it even. No, let's see now. Oh yeah, I wanted to go here. Small tractors. Which ones do I got here? Oh, let's see. I like this one here. I like this John Deere here, the 6300. This is the one I used on Lady Hill, everybody. I love this thing. This thing is unstoppable. Spent a lot of time in a 4440 in real life. Cool. Let's see. I don't know if I've used this one very much. I've had it installed, but can't remember what gameplay I may have used this on yet for 25. Yeah, that's about it. Some of these others I haven't really used. I love this tractor. Like, I used one like this back in FS19 on the Old Stream Farm. A little old Massey Ferguson, and loved it. And then this tractor here, I started the 200 horsepower challenge with this tractor here, I think, on FS22 on Calmlands. I love this thing. But I haven't used it much in 25 yet. Use only John Deere equipment. Oh, I could, Ghost, but that'd be, well, I mean, it wouldn't be tough for me, but you could load water at the pond and take it to the airport and make millions in a day. There is no airport on Mercury Farms, Jeff. Are you sure you're not thinking of Sussex Farm? You could take the water from the pond on Mercury Farms and you could sell it at the, I believe it was the animal dealer. You can make all kinds of money on Mercury Farms, though. Well, basically on any of Alien Jim's maps, except for No Man's Land, because it's not the concept of what I'm trying to say. On like Sussex Farms or Washaw, Nevada, or Mercury Farms back in FS19, Alien Jim had all kinds of buy points, or even some that you could get free stuff from, and then you haul it to another destination on the map and you sell it. I love it. I do, and all hand tools except a tiny vintage tractor for pallets supporting a fully self-sufficient farm. 0.25 acres homestead. Ooh, that's interesting, Ruby. No, trying to remember where. Been years ago, right, Jeff? I agree. It's been years ago. Back in FS19 by Alien Jim, there was Washaw, Nevada, Mercury Farms, Sussex Farms, No Man's Land. I think that's it from FS19. 22, there was Western Wilds, Spectacle Island, and what was the name of that like test map he made for FS22? What the heck was the name of that map? I can't think of the name of it, and I am a big fan of Alien Jim maps. What was the name of that test map that Alien Jim built in 22? I used it. I used it for a few different things. Because in 22, Alien Jim had that test map, whatever the name was, Western Wilds, No Man's Land, and Spectacle Island. Did that come to 22, or was that just 19? I think it was in 22, because I think Spectacle Island originally was in 17, wasn't it? And then it didn't come in 19. I can't remember now, really. Hey, David. Welcome, my friend. No Man's Land FS22. Go-to map for me. Yeah, it was a good map, and 22 is when I really started to, well, I shouldn't even say that, because in 19, I guess, is when I really did. It just took a bit of time for me to fall in love with No Man's Land. But one of my first admins of my Facebook group, Farming Simulator Challenges, named Gary Vetter, he created a challenge on FS19 in No Man's Land called the Sly Hill Homestead Challenge. And that challenge is what made me really enjoy No Man's Land. Because prior to that, I didn't really care for No Man's Land, actually. Probably one of few people that didn't like it. And now I really love those types of maps. I think the problem is I just never kind of knew how to, shouldn't say know how, didn't ever know what direction I should go on a map like that, you know? A map where there's nothing. What should I do? Or what should I even do next? But, you know, like this map here, this is like a No Man's Land style map, and I've enjoyed this map a lot. It's just, I think it's about time to move on, though. Because I wouldn't say it's like an absolute favorite. I just like the map. If it was a favorite, I'd probably keep this really going. Use your imagination, Rusty, right? Yeah. Alien Jim did the rock crawl map, didn't he? Yes, he did, Rabid Rob, or Rabid Sasquatch. That's the one I'm trying to think of the name of. That was like his test map in 22, and I can't think of what the name of it was. Was it called Rock Crawl? I don't think it was called Rock Crawl, though. What was the name of that map? Come on, David. David will know the name of that map. Of course, he'll look it up. Maybe it was called Rock Crawl. I can't remember. New Frontier is my new No Man's Land. Yeah, and see, I need to give that map another shot. Probably Rabid Sasquatch. Actually, I had a series on that map and I got rid of it. The reason I got rid of it is because it was disappointing that if I was to do this, like I'll just show you for example, because it's not going to matter because I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep this. And I think I've done it here anyway. As if you went into the store here, and I'm just gonna, we'll just get this one here. We bought a bale, right? Yeah, I bought a bale. Well, the bale's actually there. But on that map in FS25 on New Frontier, you buy something like that and it doesn't show up at the store. It doesn't work. But I haven't been on it for a long time, so maybe that was part of an update fix. Rock Crawl is the name of the map that you were talking about. Okay, cool. I just didn't sound right. Lonely Valley is nice. I'm going to have to test that New Frontier. New Frontier's pretty nice. Rock Crawl is the Alien Gym map from 22. You're thinking that was fixed? I'll have to maybe install that and try, Rabbit, because, yeah, I really enjoyed my series I set up on that map, and I could recreate it no problem. It wouldn't take much to recreate it and then actually finish it. Which I'd really like to do, because I created that map, or I created that series on the basis of my uncle, actually, in real life. New Frontier has 3 versions. Yeah, it has 3 versions, you are correct, yep. I think the one I was on was the forestry one, I think. But I'm also a fan of another map that is a map pack, everybody, but you kind of got to play the map the way it is. You can't really add productions to it or it won't work. But that's because the map has too many fill types. But that is a map pack by our good friend D-Tap Gaming called Wompsville. Isn't there a New Frontier update with the Kinleg trees added? Oh, I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I haven't looked at New Frontier for quite a while. But I wouldn't mind at all, actually, rebuilding that series, everybody, and if things were to work, to bring it back. Bring a return to New Frontier. Neither addresses the missing hay. New Frontier map link. Oh, thanks, Dust Bunny. Didn't see any update on New Frontier. I have it installed. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, the thing too is, well, yeah. I've just never understood why that map author, who gets a lot of publicity for FS, hasn't properly made that map functional like it should be, like others. Let's get this. Now we need to get some fertilizer. I might have some of that in this silo. Can't remember now. We do have a little bit in there. Sweet. That actually should be enough to fertilize both fields. Functional. I don't know. It's probably not the right word, Rabid Sasquatch. It's just, to me, disappointing that, like, on that map, Rabid Sasquatch, that if you buy an item from the store, it doesn't appear. You know, like, so if you're doing, like, a start from scratch and you want to buy a bale of hay to feed your animals, you ain't going to get no bale of hay to show up. You built up the entire map, huh? Nice. But like I said, I need to go back on it probably and test it and see if it was ever fixed. But I doubt it was. Which I feel is one of the important parts of the game, actually. Ah, be interesting to know, Rabid Sasquatch. Be really interesting to know. Because it was a game breaker for me. I'm like, I don't want to play on a map where if you buy something at the store, like a bale, or a pallet of wheat that it won't show up. You buy bales in New Frontier? Yeah, but do you play on PC? Because that could be also the difference, is need somebody on console to actually test it. Because on PC it might work properly, but not on console. I don't have store delivery, I'm on console. That's a game buster for sure. Right? To me, it's one of the most important parts of making a map for people to enjoy. Ah, cool. Thanks, Rabbit, because I wasn't sure what system you were on. Well, so the other thing that I hadn't done, Grizzly, is that's another good point, though, Grizzly. That's another good point, and I don't think you could see it here, but let's see. Well, you could see it from build mode. If I have it activated for this. Let's see. Because I can't remember if I do. That's in tools, I think. Oh, I actually do. So there would be a workaround, Grizzly. That's a good point. There would be a workaround, because what I could do if I rebuilt to finish that series is use Yoast Modding's farm pallet shop. I didn't even think about that, but I could do it that way. But use the farm pallet shop as not the free point, but the one you actually got to purchase from. Not where you buy something and it gives it to you for free. So like this one right here is the farm pallet shop, but then there's the other one here where it's farm pallet shop for free, where you don't pay anything for the item. I didn't even think about that. But I would have at least that on console. I just don't have the other thing. So yeah, I could. That is a heck of an idea. Because I would love to bring that series back. I would love to bring that series back just for what I created the series for actually was a little real life incorporation. So those that are familiar with my creation of what I call Grandpa's Farm, my uncle, who is also my dad's brother, the only two boys of Grandpa and Grandma's, he had a farm. He has a farm too. Still lives on that farm, but doesn't function as a farm anymore. But he has a wood shop. Does a lot of like wood carpentry stuff now out of his machine shed. Builds custom woodwork for kitchen cabinets and all kinds of stuff. Bales spawn in at the vehicle spawn point just fine. Huh, Rabbit, I will have to check that out because they never used to, so I wonder if either A, I was also having a conflict, or if that got fixed. I'm going to say that that got fixed. And maybe that got fixed by the way of some of the updates to the game, just by giants, too. But originally it was not working. Did 3 types, no problem. Ooh, that is very exciting news, actually. That is very exciting news, because I really like that map, actually. Actually, the deleting that game save on that map is what led me here to New Hope. But I come up with a whole different plan on this map, though. So on this map, everybody, if you've never seen any part of this series, per se, on this map, this area down here, this pond area, is surrounded by trees. And basically, I started with the little farm operation down here by this pond, and my house sat right here where this playground area is. And then I had some out sheds right here for equipment and stuff, and I had a stone buy point sitting over here, and I still got my sawmill there. But the idea behind this series was I had to build my future home, and my future home was Giant's constructible log cabin house right there. And then I had to build a farm around that house, and so we built the farm on this side hill here, all with earned money in the series. To me, New Forest is the perfect balance between forest and plains, with the versions with smaller plot sizes made it better for smaller startups. So that was kind of the whole concept of this whole series, and I kind of have, surpassed that now a little bit. So it's kind of gonna move on. New Frontier, yeah, I knew what you were referring to there. I just reading what you typed. RustyMoney, you always make such beautiful farm builds, especially when you terrace the land. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite farm builds still is, of all FS I've done, is probably Calmlands and FS25. But I really did like the little farm I built in Krustu's Challenge on Lady Hill too, which for all those new people that are in this live stream, I have deleted that game save. It's gone. That farm on Calmlands was spectacular. Yep, I still have that game save. I haven't gotten rid of that one yet. Haven't gotten rid of that one yet. Now there's another interesting topic coming out, everybody, that I discuss in episode 3 and Farmer Donkey's Broke the Baron challenge on Drummond Farm. But that episode comes out Monday morning, so you'll have to check out that episode 3 I created there on Drummond Farm and see what I'm talking about. But I have another idea that maybe I've been considering for quite some time. I just don't know if it's a good idea. But I mean, I can discuss it here too, since you're all wonderful people are watching. But I've often thought about this on occasion, is creating a throwback series, if you will, because there's actually a lot of maps in FS19 or even 22 that I never played that I really would like to play. But is it going to be something people are really going to watch, you know? Is it something that's even worth the time and effort to do? Or is it worth the time and effort to do it, but do it in a series where you mix two maps into one series, but the series is actually on FS25, but you incorporate a map from 19 or 22 into that series? I've thought about doing that before. I think that that could make for an entertaining idea. I like the idea of throwback series. You do? Oh, that's intriguing, Kevin. That's intriguing, because there just is some maps that I really would like to play that I never got to play. But the only problem is there's also a lot of maps, especially in 22, that never got updated. Like, I would love to do, well, I don't know if it's my style, because it's got some big fields. But, did you all know, some of you know, but did you all know that there is a map that came out in FS22 at the very end of FS22, shortly after the release of FS25? And actually, Dust Bunny knows what map I'm talking about. She can put it in the chat. That came to FS22 that I will say is very, very, very close to proximity of where I live in real life right now. The name of that map is called Petersburg. I actually was a station deputy in that community for approximately 12 years. I was a deputy sheriff in that community of my 22-year career. It is the one community that Mrs. Money and I have lived in that we would love to just have stayed to live there. But we chose other ventures in life. Not saying we couldn't move back there, but we live now where we also grew up and graduated high school. So, yeah. But I'll tell you that that map that Dust Bunny just put in the chat, everybody, is one of the very few maps that I know from real life comparison that is like almost, I will say, 90 to 95% spot on. Now you got to understand that some of the fields that they incorporated on the map are fictional, just to also make it like a gameplay style. But the build of the community and everything that is on that map, if you Google it or drive through that area in real life, you will be amazed. For FS players who have been at it for years, the throwback would cool. Don't know if newer players would like it. Yeah, I agree with that, Jeff. Lonnie, I still play that map. Rusty is a great map. It is. Can't remember if I checked that one out or not. Well, you can also go watch my live stream on it. I had a lot of fun in that live stream. I had a lot of fun in that live stream. Okay, so now we fertilize those. Let's we can cultivate them real quick. Must be getting really cold out again because it feels kind of cool in here. I don't know. I'd really like to know who built that map because I'd like to meet them in real life. I'd like to know where they live or how they even knew of that area. You know, was it just somewhere that they, threw a dart at a map and it's like, I'm going to create a map replication of that area. What I would really like to know is why they chose that community. Did they chose that community because they had visited the community before or what? But it's quite. I loved it. It was really good. A really good replication. And I also believe that the modder that created that map, it was their very first map, even. If I remember right. Uh-oh. I think we just froze. Or what's going on here? Why did I just all of a sudden stop? Okay. For some reason. I thought we was gonna have a glitch there. Alright, it's not. This must not be the right tool. That must not be the right tool for that implement. So let's try my other tool. It was their very first custom-made map for FS25. That's what I thought, Dust Bunny. I would love to have a sit-down chat with that modder. I would really love it. I mean, that's even whether or not that modder is of the English language or not, though, as well, because you never know. Either way, it'd still be intriguing. Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. I would have never remembered that name. I would have never remembered that name. I have certain criteria for map. I can give you a yay or nay within 5 minutes. Maybe a little fussy. Well, I'll just tell you, I'm going to say this. I'll say this, though, as well, Rabid Sasquatch, is it might not be of, like, what do you want to say? It might not be of, like, Oxygen David or Black Sheep modding, like, spectacular. But what I'll say is you got to know the buildings. You got to know the buildings in real life and what they look like in real life. You also got to know the starting farm in real life and where it's actually located, because on the map it's located right where it is in real life. And the very tall shed that is on the starting farm on that map is actually in real life, because the person that lives on that farm does like auto detailing on the side. That's not the only reason he put up such a tall shed. It's also because he's a utility lineman. So if he ever was traveling by his house in the winter time, or for some odd reason had his truck at home, it would fit in a shed properly. Ah, exactly, Dust Bunny, exactly. What amazed me most about that map is knowing that the modder took the effort to include the dome. That's what amazed me the most, is he included the dome that is in real life in that small little community. But also a lot of a lot of the buildings that represent the businesses are very well replicated in that map from real life. It's the last map to come on FS25, right, Ronnie? "14F and snowing here in northern Wisconsin." Yeah, I haven't talked to my aunt and uncle Sasquatch, but I'm sure that they got a lot of snow too in the Grantsburg, Siren, Wisconsin area. That's where they live. That's actually where we took our honeymoon many years ago now. Grantsburg and Siren, Wisconsin area. That's why I missed it. Switch to 25, right, Sasquatch? Yeah. I agree, my friend. I agree. There was a lot of good maps that came out at the end of 22, but the problem, like I said already, is some of those maps, probably several of them, never received an update. Just down the road a piece. Yeah. So, like, how far away from them are you, Sasquatch, from, like, Grantsburg or Siren? I don't know which one would be closer to you. Probably, I'm gonna say Siren's probably closer, but I myself from a town called Prentice, but my buddy lives by Grantsburg. Oh, really? That's cool. I still play on the Millennial Farmer map from 22. 30 miles or so. That is so cool, Sasquatch. If we ever get back up that way, I'll have to try and figure out a way to figure out where you're at. We could have a meet and greet. Oh, Lonnie, thank you, my friend. You can drop the donuts in the chat, everybody, for our friend Lonnie supporting the channel. Thank you, Lonnie. Not far from Prentice either. Well, that's pretty cool, Sasquatch. That's pretty cool. We haven't been up that way for, it's been like, what, 3 or 4 years now? But we've seen my aunt and uncle, though, back home in Iowa, though, because they've come down from Wisconsin, and we've seen them. Hey, Sean, how are you, my friend? Welcome. I'm doing all right. Hope you're doing okay. My cousins live in Catawatobi. That's cool. I don't know where that is really. My aunt is the manager of that convenience store just outside of between Grantsburg and Siren, if I can remember right from real life. It's been now 4 or 5 years since I've been there, but can't think of the name of it. It's been the same name, I think, for a while now, but she's the manager of that convenience store, gas station. Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure where that is. I can't think of the name of it, though. Because the convenience store gas stations we have around here have totally different names, like Casey's and Bosselman's Pump and Pantry and stuff like that. Or places now called White Star. My dad's sister settled a farm outside of Catawba, but nice. Thanks everybody for tuning in today's live stream. Sorry everyone, I can't see good. I had eye surgery. Oh no. Hope you're doing okay, Lonnie. Eye surgery, I can't imagine. Can't be very fun. Oh, there we go. Few miles west of Prentice on 8. Okay. You go down to the other field now, where Poppy was at. You know what? Still, I got to agree with the ones that have left me the comment, and I think one of them was Jack Sarge Painting, my friend Jack Sarge Painting. I really love how this sheep pasture turned out on this side hill of building this farm. Really, really like how that turned out. Really do. I have eye surgery on the 15th and 25th of this month. Oh, cataracts? Yeah. My grandma used to. She had those things. Happy sheep. Yeah. She had those surgeries too. There we go. Of course, I like how my little cabins turned out here too. I was really worried about if I'd have enough room to put those cabins up there around the other side of the pond. I'll turn around here so you can see. Just some decorative little cabin areas that people can come rent here on New Hope. Where the roads end, dreams begin. camping areas always look so real and fun. Thank you, Dust Bunny. I said it way earlier towards the beginning of the live stream, but there's some other new things coming to the channel soon. Just gotta finish sorting it out so I can release the edit. But it has nothing to do with videos or live streams, but it has something to do with something else associated to the channel. I had to get rid of New Hope to make room for another map. Yeah, that's why I got rid of Lady Hill, actually, instead of finishing it with rice harvest. I just decided, you know what, I already didn't meet the criteria for the challenge. I'm just going to delete Lady Hill. Why am I going to live stream Lady Hill to just do a rice harvest and then load a bunch of pallets and sell them? I don't know. I just didn't feel good about it, so I got rid of it. I spent a good amount of time on there and didn't successfully beat the challenge like everybody else did as well. Didn't beat the challenge properly, so I just got rid of it. I needed the room so I can install this new map to the challenge, or to the channel, I mean. Lonnie, bless your heart, my friend. Thank you, Lonnie. Oh my goodness, my friend. You can drop the donuts in the chat, everybody, for Lonnie for supporting the channel again with the little super chat. Appreciate the support, everybody, and thank you, Lonnie. Thank you, thank you. I know we didn't make it by the end of the year, everybody, but I still am going to do a giveaway live stream when we get to 2,500 subscribers. I will still do that for you all. Yeah, I saw that that's pretty cool to the update, Rabid. Is them reducing the file size by like 300 and some, actually, probably, because it wasn't at like 1,000 something and now it's like 7 something. That was really nice to see them reduce the file size. That was really intriguing. I mean, actually, I think it was like almost 1,100. And it went down to just over 700. Oh no, it's Lonnie, says David. Ah, you're welcome, Lonnie. You're welcome, my friend. We'll be here for just a wee bit longer, not much. Because it's already after lunch. I haven't had lunch. I should probably eat something. I want to try and create another video. $900 something down to 700. Oh, okay. I thought it was 1,000 something, but that's all right. Wasn't that far off, I guess. Still, that's pretty nice to see them be able to reduce the file size. That's really nice. what I think would be really nice, and I don't know what they can do to do it, but um, I I really wish they could reduce the file size on the Colossus pack, one of my favorite mods. Man, it takes up a lot of space. And it's not a map either. Aw, thanks, Dust Bunny. I am too. It was over 1,000 with the required mod. You are correct. Oh, okay. But actually, I got a couple of new gameplays. Well, one new gameplay right now, everybody, on Drummond Farm. But my next gameplay as well, I'm actually considering, I really don't have any current gameplays where I really need the Colossus pack. So I'm kind of thinking about potentially uninstalling it. Except for the fact that I really like the Colossus pack when it comes to the root crops. Well worth it. Okay, Sasquatch. Ah, Yos! Hey, Yos, I'll just tell you that with the help of our good friend Old Grizzly Gaming, I might return one of my old series on the Frontier map because of one of your mods that I kind of forgot about. Your farm pallet shop mod. Alright, well now we got new crops that can go in these fields, but does it need, oh, it's fertilized to 100%, that one is. Yeah, prayers for get well, Lonnie. You're on my map, Ronnie? Okay, cool, Ronnie. Alright, Lonnie, get some rest, my friend. No, was gonna... Yeah, this one's fertilized to 100% too, so we can get back to that. See, I haven't built this... I think... I haven't traveled down it, but I think my new cabin area, I can even drive a tractor down it, as long as it's not got duals on it. I think I was even able to make it wide enough I could drive a piece of equipment by my cabins. Yeah, welcome to the Barn House, everybody. Place where we gather for live streams, challenges, let's plays, and more. Place where the coffee's always hot and the donuts are always delicious. So sit back and relax and enjoy the live stream with your favorite beverage. And don't forget to grab 3 donuts off the countertop. Eat the first donut, drop the second donut on the like button, and share the third donut by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. So thank you all for tuning in to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube. Ronnie, thank you for the member chat, my friend. Appreciate it, Ronnie. appreciate it, my friend. Drive through my nice farm here I built. Okay, we're gonna park it in the shed. We're gonna go haul some stones for a minute. Get some more stones up to our cement plant. Alright, let's go haul some stones. Pass by my new sawmill. Artemis just became a sponsor. Welcome to the coffee club, Artemis. Thank you, my friend. Alright, Grizzly, we'll see you later, my friend. Have a great afternoon and evening. I know I will. I gotta go to a Christmas party. A late Christmas party for work. Eat good food and have a casino night, I guess. Alright, let's dump the stones off at my cement plant here that I placed and decorated. We got a couple of new pallets of product here. The only thing I didn't care for about this map, everybody, is not getting the opportunity here on console, at least, to paint to across the borders. You know, when you buy one piece of land and the next piece next to it, be able to actually paint up against each property. Gotta go. Alright, we'll see you later, Jeff. Have a good one. We're gonna be wrapping it up here myself. kind of like right down here, everybody, where I came up with the name of this Let's Play. You know, all of this right here is painted texture that the mod author put on the map right here. And then there's a gap. And then I painted in my dirt road going down to the pond. Well, that's where I got the name. Where the roads end, dreams begin here on New Hope. What I mean by dreams begin, my imagination. My imagination of building all this down here, which isn't a lot, but did do quite a bit of work though. The pond down here was surrounded by trees. That is definitely a big strike against the map for me, right, Sasquatch? Like, for instance, those not too familiar with this map, let's just go into this paint texture screen here. Try and not make the accident of painting, but give you the relation here. Let's see, change cursor shape. So all of this right here, all of this where this field is, all that was trees. Cut all those trees out, and then all these trees that surrounded the pond right here on my cabin area, all those are cut out. And then all of this was trees, and that was cut out. This area right here in the middle by my little carpentry place right there, or little sawmill, I mean, all that was filled with trees. And then all of this here. Now all these trees in here, these were deleted out with the T-Rex to build this last sawmill, but yeah, the rest of them were harvested and pulled by a winch. So how many trees did I cut down? I mean, it shouldn't count the ones I used the T-Rex with, but can't see the difference, I guess. But 103 trees and 71 hours on the map. I mean, that's pretty good. I did only collect 16 of the 25 collectibles. I don't know where the other ones are. I didn't really do too much hunting for them. Something that drives me off the deep end is map makers not including the paint textures and plants used to make the map. Yeah, I would agree with that too. I would agree with that too. But I think what we're going to do now, everybody, is I think I'm going to wrap it up here with you all. And I have it set up for a raid. So if you'd all join me, we're going to go raid somebody that, yeah, deserves a good raid. A good old Rusty Money raid. So, it would be nice to have them included, right, Dust Bunny? So if you haven't yet, everybody, please make sure you dropped a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. Don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all our friends and family by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. But for myself, Rusty Money, we will see you all at the Rusty Money raid. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. See you at the raid. Thanks, David, Dust Bunny, Yost, Rabid, Sasquatch, Sean, Jeff. Thanks, everybody. Lonnie, Ronnie, David. We'll see you later, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks, Ruby.